right, we can talk outside.
No, right here, listen, no. This is poster 7. This is the rules and
But
regulations.
she said you're not conducting any postal business.
Listen to me, sir.
Okay, let's talk outside. Come on. Come on. There you go. Which one of these is your vehicle?
Look at this. That's the rules and regulations for my report, sir.
Welcome back to the channel, guys, and we got Kansas City Accountability that's peacefully exercising his rights to video record in a federal post office, which poster 7, the rules and regulations to the property, gives him all the right to video record in that public lobby right where he was at. These cops didn't want to hear it. These are a true definition and a perfect example of a bully with a badge in this video. True tyrants, and it's gonna boil your blood. It's gonna make you sick to your stomach. So fasten your seatbelts and roll one up, guys, because you're gonna need it. So don't forget, when you're done watching this video, click the link down below to KCA's channel link and subscribe, and let him know I sent you and show support. Go watch some of his videos. He does great work, and let him know I sent you. Thank you and enjoy this video.
Oh, yep. He's here.
Hey, how's it going there, officer?
How you doing?
What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Bush, 4680.
Thank you so much for being professional. What's your name and badge number?
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
What's going on?
I asked the young man if he needed anything when I realized that he was recording my customers, and I'm like, I don't appreciate that. If it's anything I can help you with, go ahead and let me know what you need. And he just continued recording. And the young lady that was sitting over here in line in queue, she was getting uncomfortable, you know, one of
Sure.
the customers. And
Totally
I said, "That's not
understandable.
okay, it's not appropriate. So please, can you leave the property?
Okay.
Since you are not conducting any postal business." So he refused to do so.
Okay,
I
well,
felt the need for you guys to come on by.
sounds like you need to leave the property or we're going to take you to jail.
Well, come over here. Over
And he's
here.
going to tell you guys what to do.
Okay. Watch this. Over here.
And are you willing to press charges?
Yes.
If he
We
doesn't
have
leave?
to.
Okay.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Excellent.
We,
All right.
you know, we can't have it like any more of these.
All right, we can talk outside.
No, right here, listen, no. This is poster 7. This is the rules and
But
regulations.
she said you're not conducting any postal business.
Listen to me, sir.
Okay, let's talk outside.
Come on.
Come on. There you go. Which one of these is your vehicle?
Look at this. That's the rules and regulations for my report, sir.
Okay, but you're not.
I was
You're
just
not
trying to show you.
conducting
I did. I asked him for a passport. I left and gave the lady her own personal space.
That's not what you
you
was
just
telling us.
grabbed my arm. I
Yes,
got
I did.
everything on camera.
Uh-huh.
Can we
Yes,
get
so do I.
Can we get a supervisor out here, please?
Well,
Please.
you need to leave.
This is public property.
No,
That's
it is
a
not.
lobby.
No, it is not. This is a private business.
This is the rules and
But
regulations.
she said you're not conducting any postal business.
Listen to me, sir.
Okay, let's talk outside.
But this is the rule.
Come on. There you go.
Thank you very much.
What is your vehicle?
You didn't use.
You're not.
I was
You're
just
not
trying to show you.
conducting.
I did. I asked him for a passport. I left and gave the lady her own personal space. You just grabbed my arm. I got everything on camera. Can we get a supervisor out here, please?
Well, you need to leave.
This is public property.
No,
That's a lobby.
No, it is not.
The post office is actually a private entity. I know it says United States Postal Service, but it's actually a private entity.
You were told to leave. You did not leave.
Listen real quick, sir.
Are you refusing to leave now?
I'll under threat of arrest, I'll leave. But listen,
Okay, good.
but
Go.
listen, there's a poster 7 in there. It says I have the. Just go look, sir. Can you please go look?
But here's the, one thing I do know. I understand if this was a government building. I understand if this was a police station. I understand all that on a government building. Yes.
And one more thing, sir.
Can you go ahead and start, Supervisor,
Right
this
now
way?
I'm doing a protected activity.
No, but
First Amendment,
but understand.
freedom of
No,
the press.
this.
Is
But
freedom
no,
of
You've been
the
told
no,
to
no.
leave. You refuse to
The
leave.
That was our first time ever saying to leave, sir. I got everything
But the
on
United
camera.
But the United States Postal Service actually is a private entity. It's not. I understand it says government United States Postal Service, but it's actually a private entity. So it's not like a government building.
Supervisor, please, I'm gonna go stand on the sidewalk.
We've got a supervisor in route.
And I'm gonna go stand on the sidewalk because you did tell me to leave. But when I go stand on the sidewalk, can you please? That's the rules and regulations of postal property. There's a section for photos and photography. Can you please read that? It says I can take it in the foyer, lobbies, entrances.
Okay.
It's right there. I'm gonna go stand there. We're gonna wait on your supervisor,
Okay.
and they're gonna let you guys know.
These tyrants don't give a damn. It's all about control. Power-tripping tyrants right there, abusing their authority. These cops are extremely dangerous and they need to be fired ASAP. They definitely don't belong on the force. They definitely don't belong in the streets serving the people. They know they're being recorded and they still don't give a damn because they think they can get away with murder.
You can't walk me now. You can't put your hands on nobody.
Yeah, this isn't a government building. I mean, it says United States Postal Service, but it's a private entity.
A private entity. I'm telling you, people, I couldn't even believe what I was hearing when I first saw this. Why? Because these are police officers. These men swore an oath to the Constitution. And this type of ignorance coming from police officers is what really gets me and blows me away.
Oh, this guy does?
Yeah.
What you want to talk to me about?
So, U.S. Postal Service, that's a private entity, correct? It's not a government. I mean, I know it says United States Postal Service,
I think
but
so,
it didn't.
yeah.
So basically, he was filming in the lobby. They asked him to leave. He said they didn't ask him to leave, but
Okay.
she said asked him to leave, and then he refused to leave. So
Okay.
he was videoing. So we asked him to leave. He said,
The fact that he's not conducting any type of postal business,
Right,
she wanted him to go.
right.
He's claiming he has a right, based on their own posted signs, that he could record and things, but he was also making the other customers uncomfortable.
Do we know that, I mean, they want him to leave no matter what. So,
Yeah, they
right?
said they would press charges.
Okay. And then, obviously, he's okay out there on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So,
"Well,
have we
Officer Bush grabbed him by the arm and escorted him out. And that's
Double check.
what he's mad about."
double
I'll go and talk to her.
Let's double check.
I do not envy you at all.
Check the glass on office.
You're not who we spoke with earlier.
Nope. She just left.
Oh, did she? She's good. Gone, or?
No, she'll be back later on. She had to go to a different post office.
Okay. So one quick question: did you hear about the individual that was recording in here?
I didn't. I was on my break. with somebody.
Is there a supervisor or somebody that we can speak with?
Can I just drop these off?
Yep.
Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Were you notified of the individual that was out here recording?
Just a few minutes ago.
Okay. So we were under the impression, and I want to make sure that we're correct. Is the Postal Service a private entity or a government public service?
Now, you would at least think that this postal employee would know the answer to that, right? Well, guess what? The ignorance sure runs deep with our government, guys. It's embarrassing.
I don't want to explain it. So what I was told in my orientation is that if we're going to go out to stores or bars or whatever the case may be, we cannot have on anything postal.
Mm-hmm.
No postal uniform, no hat, no hoodie,
Right.
nothing on our shirt. So I'm going to assume that it's, I don't know.
Well, so basically, the previous gal that was working here, she asked this individual to leave. He was recording without he wasn't conducting any business with the post. That's what she told us. So we just wanted to make sure, because he said, I'm recording this is a public area. And I'm like, well, technically it is, but I was under the impression that the Postal Service is not maybe I'm incorrect, but.
I thought it was private.
That's what I thought too. Okay, well, we just want to make sure, because I think he's one of those auditors that goes around and records at police stations or city halls or government buildings, just to be kind of a nuisance to make sure that nobody violates their rights, basically. So we just kind of.
That's understandable.
Yep.
But okay, that's understandable. But it's just you're making.
It's to induce conflict. I mean, there's no other way to describe. I mean, everything I'm saying is recorded, but they're trying to induce conflict by doing what they're doing when they're not conducting any business. But so that's just wanted to follow up.
What do we got? I mean, why couldn't they? If they don't want him in there, he should not. They should be able to.
Yeah.
I know some places, the public, we can in the in the lobby.
Now, this sergeant is an embarrassment as well. You would think that he would come to the scene and fix the situation and educate these cops, but no, he is just as bad as them. And for them not to be educated on a situation like this is wild.
Fact is, he was making their other customers uncomfortable,
Right.
and he wasn't
What was
leaving.
he doing?
Recording them.
Just recording.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what Todd says, and then
All right.
we'll talk to him.
You ain't heard nothing out there.
I appreciate your service.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
What did he just say?
I don't know.
I just want to make sure. What's he mad about? He's mad that he can't film in the lobby.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he didn't like being escorted out.
Okay. Help you.
Can I get your name and badge number and post just for the record?
My name, and I just told you my name.
I couldn't hear with the
I'm Sergeant Durnert. My badge number is 4944, serial number.
Yes, sir. I came in here today just to kind of get some public information.
Uh-huh.
I know I have every right to record in here. It actually have a poster set in there with the rules and regulations on postal property, saying that photos and photography may be taken in the lobbies, foyers, and corridors.
Okay.
Clear as day. Right when I walked in, the lady she triggered the issue. She said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I said, "I'm just recording." She's like, "Well, you can't record here. You can't record my customers." She said, "This lady do not want to be recorded." The lady didn't even say nothing yet. But I even left the building just to give the lady her privacy, which I really don't even have. I didn't have to do that.
Okay.
Anything I see in public, I can record. That was just a little lobby. I wasn't going to be in there that long. Look how little it is. There's nothing in there.
Okay.
But I did ask them for a passport. They let me know I have to go to another building. I couldn't even get public information to ask them. I'm just documenting as I'm handling my business. These gentlemen, I forget his name, but he actually grabbed me and pulled me out the office. Not even letting me show him the rules and regulations on postal property. This is a First Amendment protected activity. You cannot turn that into a crime. You and the postal people took an oath to uphold the Constitution.
Okay.
And pull me out the building, sir, when I'm telling you I have the right to do so.
You weren't leaving when you were told to leave.
I don't have to leave. They can't make me leave just because I got a black shirt on. I have to commit a crime for you to make me leave this property.
They ask you to leave.
They can't just ask me to leave. No, it's not. That's not trespass work, sir. If I'm at the police department, you can't just say, "Hey, leave." I have to commit some type of crime.
Or if you're causing a disturbance or making people feel uncomfortable, that's another whole nother situation, sir.
I'm sorry now. I'm not making nobody uncomfortable about recording. You can't turn protected activity
Now, on that,
into a crime.
you're absolutely right. You can record anybody you want as long as you're not interfering with anybody's work or anything like that.
They came out to me.
Okay. All right.
It's a little lobby, sir. Once you walk in, you see it's little. There's nothing too much you can do or say. I just had a couple questions.
Okay.
I was in there 20 seconds and the lady ran out to me.
20 seconds?
20 seconds.
You got that on your phone?
I got that.
Shows
See, the lady
20
was outside.
seconds.
She was outside getting something out somebody's car. So when I walked in, she came in right behind me. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
All right.
So,
Well,
and what's your name again? Your name and badge number?
Officer Bush, 4680.
Bush put his hands on me and pulled me out the office.
All right, because they wanted you to leave, but I'm going to go talk. I haven't talked to the manager, so I'm going to go in there and talk.
These cops are a joke. They don't give a shit, and you can show them the law. Even if you have a printed, laminated one in your pocket, they are not going to give a damn. They're still going to do what they want, how they want to do it, whenever they want, because that's what tyrants do. That's what they do best. This is disgusting, guys.
He's not conducting any business, but so that's just wanted to follow up.
What do we got?
The gal that we spoke to, she's on a break. So, but
That's beautiful.
we're kind of I don't know if this is. I was under the impression that the Postal Service is a private entity, but I'm not sure.
Okay, but it's still, if he's causing a disturbance or something like that, anybody can make them leave as long as they're...
Right.
I mean, if they're in here not causing any problems, I mean, bottom line is he can come in here and video and But I don't know if they can do that in a government building. They can in ours. You can in ours. You can come right in our lobby and film all you want.
And that's what I'm saying. But I think that's what his intention is that he's one of those auditors trying to see if somebody will violate his rights. But he's not conducting business according to the gal that was here.
No, he's just recording.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing. Coming in and recording.
She said that he made one of the customers uncomfortable. She asked him to leave. He wouldn't leave. So that's where we escorted him out, and that's what he was.
Okay, and that's exactly what he's upset about. So this lady's on break, but that's the situation.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was told. I'm not really sure what really happened out here. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if he made someone feel comfortable or not. I'm not really sure.
That's just what the other gal we spoke with said, but she did. Now I'm kind of bummed that she left on break, because if we would have needed to prosecute for trespassing, she said that she'd be willing to sign, but then no, she's not here. So
Man, they want to trespass KCA so bad, and they are the ones that are breaking the law. They don't even have jurisdiction on federal property. Along with them bringing a firearm on the property is a big no-no. That is a crime.
This is one of these gentlemen that's doing this just because. And he came in here.
So the gal that we spoke with, she's on break, but on break off the premises, correct?
And that's doing this just because. He came in here.
So the gal that we spoke with, she's on break, but on break off the premises, correct?
Yes.
So basically he was in videotaping. He says he was asking about a passport or something, but she said that he's not conducting business.
Post office business.
Just recording, made a customer uncomfortable. She asked him to leave. He wouldn't leave. So when we came in, we asked him to leave. He said he wanted. This is a public. Or I was under the impression the post office, even though it says the United States Post Office, is not a government building. Am I incorrect?
I thought it was.
Well, see, but so he wanted. So we just Mike just grabbed him by the arm and said, you need to step outside."
Yeah.
And so that's what he's pissed about, that Mike grabbed him by the arm. But I'm trying to see. I'm not seeing where it says anything about you can record.
I don't think there's. I know they. I mean, it's not any different in our lobby. They can come in and record.
Yeah, and they can record, and they can be in here as long as they want, as long as they're conducting official business. But when they're no longer conducting business, then he needs to leave. Just like for the police department, where
the issue you have now is, he's on the sidewalk now, so he's fine. But the gal that said she'd be willing to sign for trespassing, she's now on breaking off the premises. So.
Okay.
But I'm still not seeing where he can just record. Well, at the end of the day, and I'm still recorded. It's fine. I'm not saying anything that's not accurate.
No.
They do this just to cause a conflict.
Yes.
That's the whole point they're getting at.
Now, the ignorance is not done, guys. Check out this bozo now that tries to read and understand Poster 7, something so simple, which he uses that now to turn what KCA is doing into a crime. With Poster 7, it's sickening.
Okay, right here. Disturbances. If he's making customers... basically impedes the entrances, foyers, corridors, elevators, stairways, parking lots, or which otherwise tends to impede or disturb the public. Like I said, she said that he made a customer uncomfortable, or which otherwise impedes or disturbs the general public in transacting business or obtaining a services provided on the Postal Service property is prohibited. So that's.
They said you created a disturbance.
He created a disturbance. You need to leave.
Wow, immediately trying to turn a protected activity into a crime. And this is what this bozo was reading. Disorderly conduct or conduct that creates loud and unusual noise or which impedes entrance to or departure from post offices or otherwise obstructs the usual use of entrances, foyers, corridors, offices, elevators, stairways, and parking lots, or which otherwise tends to impede or disturb the public or employees in the performance of their duties, or which otherwise impedes or disturbs the general public in transacting business or obtaining the services provided on Postal Service property is prohibited. So this bozo cop is quick to find that part of poster 7, which is completely irrelevant. So let me go ahead and show you what KCA was actually trying to show these bozos, which is the most important section here on poster 7. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule. Other photographs may be taken with the permission of the local postmaster or installation head. Now let me clarify that so you guys won't be misinformed on that part of the rule, like some of these dummies and these trolls that misinterpret this part of the law here and the rule. The bottom part means that you need permission from the postmaster if you're trying to record in a restricted area, somewhere like, for example, behind the counter, pretty much anywhere that's not accessible to the public. Now, other than that, we don't need the permission to record in a public lobby. We also have the right to record our interaction with our government in all post offices. Now, as stupid as these cops are, I can guarantee you they would have misinterpreted that part of the poster 7, and this scenario would have not changed, not one bit.
So. Yep. So the catch-all is, I may have been correct, this may be a government building, but on there it says, if you create a disturbance in any of the foyers, stairwells, parking lots that impedes normal business, then that is prohibited. She told us he made a customer uncomfortable.
Yep.
That's that, and he's not conducting business.
Mm-hmm.
We asked him to leave. Okay. He wasn't leaving. You escorted him out.
Bingo.
That's so. We'll see what Sarge has to say, but
like I said, just kind of get more people involved in this, called postal inspectors.
That's what they're doing.
Handling all this. So.
Well, in reality, if that's the case, then we should have never been called here to begin with. The postal cops should be handling this shit.
Hey, this is Sergeant Jernert, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. I had your number before. Are you still an inspector or not? Hey, we had a gentleman up here at the Berry Road, North Platte Purchase. He was in here recording in the lobby, and he, he's filming people, and then he said he was asked for passport information on a passport and things like that, but he was making He's making some of the customers feel uncomfortable, and the lady asked him to leave. Well, my officers showed up here, and they're like, hey, you need to leave. Escorted him out, and he's over here on the sidewalk. What he's upset about. Can he be in there? What's the rules? Okay, but he doesn't have to be conducting business. He can just film. Oh, Lord. All right, so I'll have to go in and check with the lady and make sure what the situation is, because she's on break conveniently. I'm like, really? Seriously, you called us? So, all right. No, it's good, buddy. You answered my question. I'm good with it. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Now that sergeant just called a postal inspector and was told that he is all within his rights to record in that public lobby. So that sergeant is aware already that he's all within his rights. Now, do you think they care? Think again. Because they care so much about people's feelings, and who cares about the people's rights and the Constitution, right?
So there's a catch-all in there. Basically says, if you create a disturbance, if you're a nuisance or you impede business transactions for the general public, basically that's prohibited. Right. Which, in my opinion, that's what he was doing.
Right.
If he created a scene and made a...
Where's the lady? We need to verify that.
Oh, no, it's on the...
No, I understand that, but what exactly he did? Because I just talked to Paul Shade, the postal inspector, and he doesn't have to be conducting business. All he can be in there all day long, whatever, filming, as long as he's not impeding their business, what you said,
of course,
what that thing
but
says.
The issue is that she has now left on break and is no longer on the premises.
Thanks for setting this up.
Yeah.
Well, she said he was making customers feel uncomfortable. You know, they didn't feel like they could conduct their postal business.
They were leaving. They were wanting to leave. And this manager, or whoever you talk to in there, she knows nothing.
She sounds pretty clueless too. Like she said, I was just told about it, but I said,
how long is when this lady going to be back? Like 45 minutes, an hour?
I didn't ask.
I mean, that's all he's got to do is if it makes people not want to come in and do their stuff and leave.
Well, like the fellow there. I mean, all the cops are in here, so he was.
Well, we'll go over there and talk to him and just be like, look, you're making them feel uncomfortable. That's why the lady was asking you to leave, because, I mean, the bottom line is that's legit, and some people weren't wanting to conduct business, and they were wanting to leave, and you cannot do that.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I can bring him in here and have him read that, because it's like right there, fella. If you're impeding other business, then that's a prohibited action.
Hello.
The gal that's on break, when will she return?
I'm not. Let me ask her.
All right, thank you.
But we're going by her word. You haven't even talked to the lady, have you?
No, we did. We talked to the initial gal.
You did?
Just that was at the counter. She said, yeah. She said he was in here videotaping. Now she was like, I don't want to be videotaped. Well,
sorry.
Okay, yeah. So, but she said she wanted him to leave. He wouldn't leave. She was willing to sign trespass. Of course, like I said, luckily, all it was, Mike just grabbed him by the elbow and escorted him out.
Right. And he went willingly.
Yeah. He said, I will leave the property under threat of arrest, but I don't have to leave the property. So.
We actually had to go to Gladstone Station and Hodge Park Station, so it could be an hour, 2 hours, I'm not for sure.
Should I get her information?
Yeah, because I mean, it's basically.
I wish she wouldn't have left when this.
This guy, by law, talked to the postal inspector too. Has the right to be in here filming, whatever. He doesn't even have to be conducting business. This is where we are today.
Okay, we have a right to not want to be recorded, so he can record the door all he wants to.
Right.
But what we're saying is by him, she told us that he made some customers uncomfortable.
He did.
Well, in that deal, that says that's a prohibited act. If you're creating a disturbance or impeding business.
Right, and we're not like a retail location, so
right.
These people are like basically speaking their information out to us.
Right, and
so
then they're freaking out because he's doing this, making them feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Can we just get her name so that we have a point of contact? What was her?
Mulatto.
How you doing, sir?
Was you able to see poster 7?
Say again?
Was you able to see the rules and regulations?
I did see. Did you also see the rules about disorderly conduct and if you're impeding customers doing business?
I didn't say nothing to nobody, sir. Okay. Right when I walked in, the lady instantly, she came outside. So right when I came in, she came right behind me. I didn't even know who she was. She just started talking to me. She could have been a customer. I don't know.
Okay. So
once I noticed that the lady was really just uncomfortable, I went outside so she could handle her business. And then just came back, and I only hung around because they said they was following you guys.
Right. Right now you're on the sidewalk anyway. You're on public property. And here's the deal: in that foyer is public property. You're correct about that. But the issue is when you're making customers uncomfortable. That's a prohibited act, which is on that rules and regulations. If you're impeding any business, any customers doing business, that's a prohibited act. That's on that rules and regulations form.
This is a First Amendment protected activity. You cannot turn a First Amendment protected activity into a crime. That's public property. I'm not saying nothing. I can record. Your feelings don't overrule my constitutional right. So if you're uncomfortable with me recording you and we're in public, you go to Disneyland with your
Let me read.
Disneyland with your kids, and you got to take a picture. You're gonna make everybody behind you sign a waiver. They uncomfortable being on your.
Let me read the actual or.
Come on, Sergeant. Come on,
rules.
get on.
He's right.
You're right. It is a public building, but if you're making people uncomfortable, I'll read this to you so you can get it all on your disorderly conduct. Or conduct that creates loud or unusual noise, or which impedes entrance or departure to post offices, or otherwise obstructs the usual use of entrances, foyers, corridors, offices, elevators, stairways, parking lots, or which otherwise tend to impede or disturb the public.
I didn't do none of that.
You just said in your own words that you made that gal uncomfortable.
I didn't do none of that.
That's what you just said.
I said once I realized me recording in public property that she was just feeling some type of way about that, I didn't have to leave the lobby.
Here's the deal.
I didn't have to leave the lobby.
Here's the deal.
I can record you.
Oh, you can record us.
Not you. Even people that's in public.
But if you
record
I just read you their rules. Here's the deal. They ask you to leave. The employees ask you to leave. They were saying you were impeding the commerce with customers.
So
That's what they said.
How was I impeding?
That's something you're going to have to take up with them.
At the end of the day,
It's just recording.
that's fine. We're recording as well.
Listen.
This is not up for debate. They wanted you to go on. You had to be gone.
The recording can't be the reason why I want you to leave.
That's not.
Go back in there?
That's not the recording. That's not the recording. It was you making the customers uncomfortable.
I didn't say nothing. I was just recording.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to say anything if you.
When a customer feels like they cannot do their business because of your actions,
that's impeding. That's impeding.
So listen. If I walk in there and they uncomfortable just with me being black, is that an issue?
It has nothing to do with that.
Look,
it has to do with you recording them.
So how do we know that?
You're injecting hypotheticals into a situation where we know exactly what happened. We're not going to discuss hypotheticals. You went in there. Your actions inside the business made the workers and the customers uncomfortable in there and were impeding their ability to do their job and to conduct their business. Therefore, they asked you to leave, which is their right to do, in order to ensure that the post office operates as well as it can. Now you're out here, you can record all you want. We can't keep you from going back in there now once we leave. But again, if you continue to do the acts that make people uncomfortable, make the workers and make the public in general uncomfortable when they go in there to conduct their business,
that's a prohibited activity.
Back out here, and then we'll call the postal inspector and have them come and take care of this. Okay? You already have his info?
He hasn't given me his info.
You just want to give it?
I haven't asked for it.
Do you want to provide us your information?
Am I obligated? Okay.
Well, it's only fair since you got all our information.
You're a public servant. I'm private.
Okay.
This is why these videos are so damn important. Always record your interactions with your government, guys. It is for your safety. It always tells the truth. These government employees, especially cops, lie. They have no idea what they're talking about half the time. They don't know the law. They certainly don't know what they swore an oath to when they raise their right hand before they get that badge. It is pathetic. It's embarrassing. I got nothing else to say, guys, about this video. But I sure would love to know what you think about this one in the comment section. One more time, shout out to KCA, Kansas City Accountability, for doing a good job in this video. Once again, his link will be in the description down below. Thanks, and let them know that the JFA sent you. To the next one, ladies and gentlemen, everybody have a blessed day.